And we'd like to welcome you back. Some technical difficulties in what is now a 48-28 North Oldham lead, middle portion of the third quarter.
Basically, both teams exchanging buckets right now.
And Haley Wood with the Oldham County basket. And the Colonels going to pause for a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside, get reacclimated. An 18-point game and more coverage on the way after this.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Well, Oldham has cut the lead to 18 here midway through the third quarter. North with a timeout to get reacclimated. Oldham still in the 2-3 zone. North just basically swinging it from side to side, trying to get a high-low pass. They've had success with it here this second half.
And Daly will operate top of the key for North. 18-point Mustang lead. Daly lofting it up inside the lane, and she'll bank it in for two more.
Well, Daly's been quite a gift for the Lady Mustangs. This is her first game playing at North Oldham, and she's had a bang of a first outing.
Palazzolo, that shot off, and Hankins with a rebound.
Well, Palazzolo doing what she really did well last year, put the ball on the floor and has kept the Colonels at bay, if you will. She's kept it close, but they can't get over that hump at around 16 points.
Again, the Colonels only average 46 points per game on the year, so pretty much on that pace here with 30, and there's a hurried three in the corner that's in for Brianna Barnes.
Well, once again, they've spread the floor. They spot their shooters, but in doing so, Palazzolo stayed at the top. I'd love to see her inside that paint where she's had great success tonight.
Now Sipes will orchestrate. Check that, that's number 14, Katie Smith. Now Sipes weaving around the floor. Grayson Lures heaves a three and knocks it in.
Well, Lures, young but not inexperienced, played a lot last year as even a younger player and showed a lot of confidence when she jacked that one up.
There's the answer attempt off the mark from Aubrey Batts as the rebound secured by Gracie Sipes of North. 22-point Mustang lead. Daly inside the arc, and Haley Wood called for the foul.
Once again, Chris, you can see the tempo starting to pick up, and that's in favor of the Lady Mustangs. You know, it would behoove the Colonels to see if they could slow this thing down. Still over a quarter to play. They can chip away at it, but I don't think they're going to win the transition game by playing fast.
Colonels will sub on number 32, Avery Schaefer, as well as number 30, Morgan Rabbith.
Trying to buy some time for their starters, get them rested up, gassed up, ready to go this fourth quarter.
And that's going to swirl off. Nice rebound for the Colonels as Oldham survives that free throw set for a half-court trip for Oldham. A three in for Aubrey Batts.
Colonels back 2-2-1 on a made bucket.
Off the mark in transition, that's Gracie Brown, and a follow for Haley Wood.
5-point run here for the Lady Colonels, and with 48 seconds to go, North seen enough timeout to get their press offense reset.
Step aside after this 60-second timeout, back after this.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
The Ozone in full representation tonight, and they'll be ready for the boys tilt again. That will start around 7:30 as Oldham County boys 18-5. North Oldham Mustangs, they're 19-2, and North won 11 straight, having a fabulous season, and perhaps one of the surprise teams in Kentucky this year. And the Colonels picking up, looks like a 1-2-2 full court press. It's Katie Smith.
Oldham back in the 2-3, a little more active they've been.
Daly lofts it, and it's rejected by Avery Schaefer. Right through Hankins, and a line ball turnover for Oldham. There's Batts in the open floor, and she'll steer it in.
With a made bucket, Colonels back 2-2-1.
Lures tries to respond late in the quarter, and a foul over the top. It's going to be against North Oldham.
The 2-2-1 press has had its effects right now. Lady Colonels on a run. And one of the things it's done, if it hasn't forced turnovers, it's forced quick shots. They've been able to get the ball out, attack, and score. And now they've cut it to 15 on a line with 9 seconds to go in this third quarter.
15 fouls, so 2 free throws for the Colonels. Be Haley Wood. Wood, a 5A junior, leads this Colonel team in rebounds at 7 per contest. And that one off to the right. Deflected, and Oldham County away with it at 2, but that's going to wrap up the third quarter. North Oldham 55, Oldham County 40. The winner of the 2 seed in the district tournament coming up later this month. Take a quick pause, be right back. Fourth quarter next on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Chris Labar and Gary Forrest back on Glycod.com. North Oldham leading Oldham County 55-40. As we transition into the fourth quarter. And Mustangs led throughout, led by 13 after 1 and 18 at the half. So possession to North to start quarter 4 as Hankins will receive the inbound and a quick foul. Foul on Aubrey Batts.
Well, the Lady Colonels have cut it to 15, the closest it's been in a while. We'll see if they can chip away any more.
There's Katie Smith trapped Nice find underneath, and Daly all the way underneath the basket, but fouled prior to the shot attempt.
Well, one of the things that Daly gives to the Lady Mustangs is an inside presence we see right now, Chris. And that's what they've needed.
And for Coach Mac McIntosh, how does he re-strategize and coach his team differently with a new piece to the puzzle?
Well, in this case, it looks like he really has just moved some people around. And in some cases, it looks like really it was Hankinson. They've just moved her out of the post back to the wing, but defensively, she still plays the post.
Boy, she makes that North Oldham team a whole lot better, that's for sure.
Well, she gives them an inside presence. So now you can't load up on their guards, if you will.
And the Mustangs will inbound. 7:34 to play. Lures off the mark. Hankins follows. And the rebound snatched down by number 3, Aubrey Batts for Oldham County. Just north, pun intended, of 7 minutes in the fourth quarter as it's deflected out. Possession will stay with Oldham County as Coach Jim Hook out on the floor. Coach's 8th season after coming over from Henry County, and didn't always have the most talented roster there in Newcastle, but you knew his teams were going to play very, very hard.
Very much so, but things are a little different here in Oldham County. It's kind of a step up, if you will, in level of basketball and, having to completely rebuild, if you may.
As the Colonels operate inside the half court. And Wood will float it over to Barnes. Haley Wood inside the lane. She's sought her shot a lot tonight, and she'll get the roll.
I liked it. Quick post up, a little jump hook in the lane.
So Wood with 7, at least a 7 in this half. Yeah, Smith arcs it inside the lane, and she'll get it to drop. Both teams exchange buckets. And a shot attempt. I think Gracie Brown wanted a foul, none called.
Yeah. She turned to the official, was 2 feet away, and he just shook his head no.
Sipes backs it in as the trailer.
Well, if you're a volume shooter, you get some of those to go in from time to time.
Now Brown inside a half court. You talk about the Oldham County tradition here and what this program has attained in the past. Their last Sweet 16 all the way back 1994, but of course a state championship in 86. They were a finalist in 1988.
Chris, in the 80s and 90s, they were that team to contend with, not only in the region, but in the state.
Head coach Dave Wiedemann, just an icon here, traditional power.
Well, and he took a sabbatical, and Jim Randall stepped right in, and then followed up by Mark Evans.
3 great coaches and so many great coaches in this building over time, and one is to our immediate right, if you will. Coach Gary Forrest. 20-point game, and that ball ripped away. Smith got a hand on it, and the layup in as the basket goes in for Grayson Lures.
Well, we see the tempo has changed a little. North cranked the defense up, and they're scoring off transition points.
And blocked out of there by Gracie Sipes for North Oldham. And Gracie Brown gets one to drop from 3.
If you think about it, Chris, this really has been sort of a push this second half. Both teams just trading off baskets. But when you've got a 20-point edge at halftime, that never hurts if you're North.
Well, is that to Kenny Payne talking? We outscored him by 1.5. There's a 3. Sipes hurried in the corner. Gracie Smith pitches one that swirls out, and Izzy Gross tried to get it to go in, and a foul underneath as North relentless on the backboard, and a foul underneath.
Yeah, right now North just punishing OC on the offensive boards. 4 offensive rebounds, and still yet the ball out of bounds.
Mustangs inside the 8th region. They've got some interesting games coming up. They still have to play Spencer County and Owen County, as well as a trip to Trimble. And the Lady Raiders having a pretty solid season, plus 500 on the year. That's off the mark from Lures. She tried her luck again out there. Palazzolo inside the lane for 2 more, and an Oldham County full timeout. Jim Hook will pause play. North Oldham on top, 64-47. Back right after this timeout from Glycod.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
(64-47). North Oldham 4:07 away from cross-county win. This would put the Mustangs at 9-11 on the season. Oldham County staring at an 8-15 beginning here on February the 1st.
You know, Chris, we talk about February 1st, and district tournament play begins toward the end of the month, so this thing has flew by.
3 weeks plus for district tournament. Oldham County, the host site this year.
Two-2-1 press is given North a little bit of a problem. But what you don't want to do if you're Oldham is foul. That takes away all of your effort and puts them on the line.
4th foul on Gracie Brown for Oldham as Izzy Gross staring at 2 North Oldham free throws. Special thanks to LaGrange Service Center for their support of high school sports on Glycod. Voted best auto repair and towing company from the Oldham era, and they've served Oldham County since 1964. Bats got it to go in the corner.
Oldham trying to push this press up a little further to speed the game up.
And North Oldham answers. Izzy Gross back for 2 more.
Lady Mustangs with the answer. Excellent press break. 3-on-1. Got the easy bucket.
Skip pass in the corner. That's Barnes. And Haley Wood. Nice take, and she'll head to the foul line for 2.
Wood's got that little right hand, sort of a jump hook. That's kind of old school. She's not great in stature, but she gets it off quick and she gets it off high.
Well, and she certainly looked for her shot tonight.
Very much so.
Oldham County back in action tomorrow at Boone County as the Lady Colonels winding down the February slate of the regular season. And a travel violation as the Colonels will get it back.
Well, one of the things the Colonels have done with the 2-2-1 is sped up play and forced quick shots and turnovers. And with the exception of layup or 2 that they give away, they've had some success.
Here's a 3. Tried to guide in from Gracie Brown. And it's off long as Sipes pushes it underneath the Kennedy Daly. And a held ball. The Colonel possession. Talk a bit more about the Colonel upcoming schedule. Interesting home game next Wednesday versus a very solid Spencer County team. And then late next week at Walton Verona. Off from Barnes with 2:56 left in the fourth. And a foul on Oldham County. To take a look at the North Oldham schedule. Monday, Simon Kenton Mill also hosts Spencer County at home next week. As Daly back for one more foul shot.
Daly very much an added addition tonight, which gives them another bullet in their revolver, if you will. It gives them that inside presence that they've truly lacked for most of this early season.
That's off the mark. Hankins with a rebound. And to her strength, she seems like she's fit in very well with this team.
She's played within herself, and that's one of the things you have to do is you acclimate yourself with your new teammates.
Daly shot off, and the rebound brought down. That was Gracie Brown with it for Oldham County as we wind under 2:30 in the fourth. Palazzolo carving her way as it rattles off, and Daly brings down the loose ball.
You see, that's Palazzolo's game.
Sipes, a high arcer, a raindropper, going to deflect out of bounds. Coming up in between games, Gary will chat with the Victorious head coach. We presume that will be North Oldham leader Mac McIntosh.
Yeah, at this point, I'd say that would be a pretty good assumption.
2:08 left. And it's going to trickle. I think one official had a foul. And it's whistled on North Oldham Sailor Hankins.
Pretty good crowd tonight as we wind this first game down, and wouldn't expect anything else out of the county rivalry.
Haley Wood inside the teeth of that defense. Back to the foul line she goes. So the Mustangs will secure themselves as the number 2 seed in the district tournament. And Oldham County with the loss will drop to third, meaning these two teams will meet again on the same floor.
Very much so, yep.
In a winner-go-home battle in the district tournament semifinal coming up in 3+ weeks. In Oldham County, certainly a lot of growth between now and then needed.
Well, you just have to keep chipping, refining the style you play, and try not to play into those areas that you have deficiencies. 15
Oldham foul, so North Oldham back to the foul line. It's Kennedy Daly, which this is a great segue to remind you that the most outstanding player will be presented by State Farm Insurance agent Leslie Gilly. Gary and I will have one representative from each team for their outstanding achievements this evening. And the Mustangs average 51 on the year. They've got 69 tonight. What does that tell you, Gary?
Well, that tells me that their newcomer has pretty much that many points in difference. Oldham has actually scored more than they average, so, if you're looking for positives, that's something they've done, and you take this game and you put it in your mind and say, well, we know what we got for the district, who we play, and right back on this same floor.
Avery Cameron digging out that loose ball for North with 1:17 left, and Sailor Hankins will travel. A lot of eyes on the boys' game tonight. Jason Frakes from the Courier-Journal is here, and chatting with a few folks here locally. There's not a lot of local games tonight, meaning several eyeballs from outside the state and nearby communities should check out North Oldham and Oldham County, two outstanding teams from the boys sector. There's a three that's off to the left from number 23, Gracie Brown, and it's out of bounds. Possession, North Oldham, with under a minute to play in the game.
Chris, you hit it on the head. You know, as we get into February, you've got postponement games, snow out games, and such. So you're going to start seeing some of these odd night games pop up, and this is one of the better ones in the state tonight.
Possession back, North Oldham. Rather, to Oldham County with 46.5 left.
So taking a look at a 1-3-1 now. A little bit of a matchup.
Palazzolo.
But you still got to guard people. And once again, Palazzolo goes to her strings, puts the ball on the floor, and scores. It's the best I've seen her play this year.
14-point North Oldham lead. They're going to win for the 9th time this year on the Mustangs. Hankins, nice pass underneath, and Daly will fumble it out to the right. And possession will stay North Oldham.
North trying to take advantage of the high-low, and when Daly turned, there was no one to pass to. It's usually Hankinson down on the block.
And deflected. Ricochet, nice capture in the corner with 14 seconds left. And good effort there by Haley Wood, and going to force a turnover. I think Hankins thought she touched it, and instead it's going to deflect off Wood. So semantics only now with 10.6 left.
Now's when you run that out of bounds play you haven't run all year where you can work on. There's the high-low.
Around the horn lures at 5 seconds. And North Oldham will get a chance to run one more inbound with 2.4 left.
I think North just content to just get it in and get this thing over with.
Palazzolo with the steal, and that's going to wrap things up. North Oldham. And that shot went in. Are they going to count it? Hey, why not? So they're going to count it for Palazzolo to end the game. And what is an 11-point North Oldham win. Let's take a look at the final three-point shot for Oldham County. Well, there's the aftermath. So North Oldham girls a winner, 69-58. More coverage on the other side of this timeout.
Well, good follow through. Leads for good shots.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
North Oldham, the winner tonight on Glycott and girls action. They defeat Oldham County 69-58 in between games. Chris LeBar along with the former Oldham County boys head coach Gary Forrest. Gary tracking down victorious head coach Mac McIntosh, and we hope to have Coach McIntosh's on-air comments here in just a few moments. Time now for the most outstanding players, presented by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. And not a bad maiden voyage for Kennedy Daly, her first week of action for North Oldham, and she was fantastic. Unofficially double-double for Daly, and for Oldham County, Adriana Palazzolo plays relentless from start to finish, and Palazzolo playing very well tonight, albeit in a losing effort for Oldham County. Haley Wood also played well for the Colonels as well. So Oldham County girls fall to North Oldham 69-58. The Colonels now 8-15 on the season. North Oldham improves to 9-11. And then more importantly, however, both teams are locked into their 2 and 3 seeds in the district tournament coming up at the end of this month, meaning they will play again with the winner moving on to the 8th region tournament. And of course, Henry County High School with the South Oldham girls locked in to the number 1 seed. So we'll redecorate things here on the way back. North Oldham a winner in girls action 69-58. But on the way back, we'll talk more in depth about the boys encounter. Should be a great matchup. We'll have more specs for you on that in just a couple of minutes. Welcome back to Glycod.com. We're glad you're here.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilley in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
In one fell swoop, one innocent city will be left with one burning question.
Where's Super Guy?
What?
No.
When you need to be there, you need an Interstate, the car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back live, Oldham County High School in between games. Chris LeBar along with former Colonels boys head coach Gary Forrest. Great to have you back as we transition now to the boys game. And Gary, this certainly has all the makings, does it not?
Well, this is a preview for district, a preview maybe for the regional tournament. It'll be hosted here at the district, and the winner and runner-up will move on. And it's still yet undecided. The ball really is in North's court. They win tonight, they're in. They could actually lose, but if they lose by less than 8, they still could be the one because they will have all have split with one another. So it goes to a point differential. I know it's not mentioned much, but don't think the coaches don't know exactly how many points and where.
Well, let's talk a bit more about that as you take a look. North Oldham, of course, 1-0. And South locked in at 1-1. Oldham at 0-1. And very important because the top seed's going to get an auto berth to the regional tournament.
Yeah, very much so. And looks like the regional may be a little top-heavy this year. So those top 4 teams, if they get out, they in turn are going to come in against runner-ups. But, you know, I've seen it in the past where the runner-ups were the winners and the winners were the runner-ups, so you never know.
Let's talk more in depth about this North Oldham team, Gary, and what they've accomplished. 6-2 versus the top 50. They played the toughest schedule in Kentucky.
Well, you know, hats off to David Levitch. You know, he completely retooled this bunch. Yes, they had some kids left over, but they lost a 5-year senior point guard, you know, who started as an 8th grader. They lost 2 6'7" kids. So, you know, he really is retooled, but, you know, he had a nucleus of 2, and then right at the end of the year, one of his players, Howard, we'll see him tonight, really kind of started to show, and the game that he had his coming out party, so to speak, was against Oldham.
And, Gary, they shoot it so well. I mean, this is a team that, staggering numbers from accuracy from the floor.
Well, they shoot it well. They're smart enough to play good defense, you know, but the thing I like about them is they understand their roles. And if you can get any team, I don't care what level, to basically understand their roles, they're in good shape.
75% free throw shooting team and 40% as a group from 3. And my heavens, certainly some of the reasons that they've had such a strong year. You know, surprising team in Kentucky. Who else do you think could fit in that category?
Well, you know, basketball as it is today, it's who's hot at the right time more than anything. You know, some of the early favorites, you know, have already gotten beat. You know, and it's the same way, you know, one notch up at the collegiate level. So really, that's a loaded question to the point where it's who's playing well at the end. And the end is coming here for about 3 weeks for some teams.
Look at Grant Neal, 21 points per game. And then Jack Fisher, Gary, all the years we've been doing this, I don't know if I've seen a kid improve more from one year to the next than he has.
Well, not only that, he's changed positions. So he's had to learn a different position. The thing I like about him is he doesn't care if he scores or not. He rebounds well. He makes good passes. He gets the ball to his teammates at the right time in the right place.
Ryan Howard also a double-figure score and not a bad free throw shooter as well.
Well,
plus 80%.
Howard was one of those ones last week people were talking about during the broadcast that, you know, he really hadn't had a good game the first 3 quarters, and all of a sudden the fourth quarter he lights it up.
North Oldham and Oldham County. We'll talk more about the Oldham County Colonels. They've got a guy that perhaps you've heard about, Max Green. He leads Kentucky in scoring. We'll talk more about the Colonels on the other side of this timeout from Buckner.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Welcome back to Oldham County High School in Buckner. A great crowd ahead of the North Oldham and Oldham County boys. As we talk more in depth about this Colonel bunch, what they've accomplished to date, they're 18-5 on the season, and they also have some success against the top 50.
Yeah, very much so. And you know, they really kind of got rolling during their Christmas tournament over in Middletown. Played a lot of good teams and ended up winning the tournament. And it's once again about all defining roles and stuff.
So the Colonels led by Max Green, and what kind of season has he had? How would you describe what he's doing thus far for Oldham, Gary?
Well, he's a marked man, and yet he still leads the state in scoring. But I think one of the best attributes that he possesses right now is he starts every game trying to make his teammates get them going out of the gate.
104 made threes. Describe the growth from that mentality you just mentioned, from being only a scorer to making his teammates better.
Well, it's one of the hardest things in the world, because first thing people ask you after a game is not how many assists you got, it's how many points did you get. You know, and his dad played, his mother played. They understand the value of teamwork and team acceptance and things along that line, and I think he's done a great job. That's one of the things he's really tried to emphasize in his personal growth.
You look at career-wise, I mean, heck, he's closing in. He's got over 1,800 points now. He could be a 2,000-plus point scorer for this school.
Very much so.
And we will step aside. We'll join Mac McIntosh of North Oldham. His Colonels victorious in the girls' encounter, and we'll talk more with Coach Mack in just a quick moment. Back after this live on Glycod.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
North Oldham girls victorious over the Oldham County Colonels. Now Gary Forrest with winning head coach Mac McIntosh.
Here we go. Here's Gary Forrest coming to you live from a packed Oldham County High School gym tonight, where it's district tournament seeding time. Game number one, victorious North Oldham Mustangs defeated Oldham County Lady Colonels. I'm here with Coach Mac McIntosh. Coach, big win.
Yep.
And now you'll turn right around and play them again in about 3 weeks.
Yeah, unfortunately, we got to come back and play them again. Same spot, same place. But listen, my young team competed tonight at all levels, and that's what we've been focused on. That's where we were at. You know, I can't be more proud. I can kind of go down the list, but everybody contributed, and they played hard every possession, and that's what we were looking for.
Well, that's what you want this time of year, because we enter the 1st of February. It's time that some teams are getting ready to move forward, and other teams are looking forward to what they're going to be doing in the spring.
Yeah, and we want to be one of those teams that are playing into March this year, okay? So I think a lot of people said, hey, North Oldham's really young this year, they're inexperienced, but here's the deal. When they're coachable and they're willing to buy into a system, a lot of coaches understand it might take a little time, but they start putting it together. Right now, our kids are absorbing information and they're coachable. That's what I want.
Well, you know, we don't only have to look back to about this time a year ago when a lot of people said the same thing about your team as you entered into the regional tournament against the number 1 seed. And we all know how that ended up.
Yeah, no, and absolutely. And listen, we scheduled Anderson County first game of the year, and they beat us by, 40, 50 points. Our young kids turned the ball over every other play. Here's what we're going. Right now, we're focused on this district. We know how competitive it is. All the respect to Oldham County. Listen, those kids compete. We just had a game plan to take them out of that today. I expect their coach and their team to adapt. When we come in here to compete again, we have to learn to adapt the same exact way. So we'll be ready for it.
Well, we all know, in 2 or 3 weeks' times, things can change. All coaches are looking for little nuances that they can take advantage of. At the same time, I know your kids aren't going to rest on their laurels.
Yep.
And you play them one at a time when it's district tournament time. So, Coach, we just wanted to have you up here. Congratulate you on your success, and we'll see you down the road.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Coach Mac McIntosh, for the victorious North Oldham Mustangs. We'll take a quick timeout. More coverage as we count you down to the boys tip-off between North Oldham and Oldham County. Be right back after this from Glycott.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
From Glycott, it's Oldham County High Schools basketball. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinzer & Kinzer, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham County Solid Waste Management, featuring Waste Wizard. And by LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Thompson Heating and Cooling, and Financial Solutions Incorporated. Now, courtside for all the action of Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycott.
Oldham County, North Oldham. Tip-off when we come right back after this.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycott.
Big crowd on hand tonight. Big atmosphere for North Oldham and Oldham County. Time now for the starting lineups. Presented by Thompson Heating and Cooling. Contact Thompson at 502-703-0244 for their 100% satisfaction guarantee. That's Thompson Heating and Cooling. Take a look at the North Oldham starters. Grant Neal, 21 points per game. Jack Fisher, 13 points, 8 rebounds. Ryan Howard, 12 points. Ryan Sanders and Jacoby McRoberts also will start for North Oldham. For the Colonels, it's Cameron Roush, Abram Steinbruner, Luis Nava, Henry Markham at 10 points and 10 rebounds, and Max Green, Kentucky's top scorer, 32 points and 7 rebounds. Now, Gary, you've coached in so many of these ball games, and boy, year after year, it never does disappoint.
No, very much. You know, if you can't get the juices flowing for a game with this type of atmosphere, better do a quick heart check.
And again, this is a remake, if you will. These two teams were slated to play last week, about 10 days ago. Then the snow and inclement weather moved it to a Thursday. And boy, oh boy, there's not too many empty seats here this evening.
You know, really just another week to build the hype. And I think we're going to see everything. One thing we might look at tonight early is how well Markham from OC is able to play. Lower back issues, and it was one of those the doctor said, see how much pain you can tolerate, you make the call.
Well, he did not play at Walton Verona, and certainly they need him at 10 points and 10 rebound totals. This series, North Oldham with the upper hand. They've led and won the last two, including district matchup. District championship game last year, winning 71-50. Oldham, however, does lead the overall series. So glad you joined us tonight. High school basketball on Glycod, and we are off.
Straight man-to-man.
Entry pass underneath, and just like that, we got a North Oldham foul as Luis Nava will take it hard to the bucket.
Well, it'll be interesting, Chris, to see if Oldham takes advantage of its size, you know, with three guys 6'5" or bigger, and immediately they go inside the Nava.
Colonels to inbound, and deflected and stolen right away. That's Ryan Sanders that has it for the Mustangs.
Well, then also, Oldham starting out a little 2-3 matchup.
That one's going to sizzle out from Ryan Howard inside the arc. And there's Matt Green. He's got those new yellow sneaks that he'll put on demonstration tonight. As Green floats it around to number 1, Cam Roush. And Grant Neal going to shade Green to the right. Nice extra pass, and that's a shot off the mark. Freed in the corner from Roush, and the Mustangs with a rebound. As Grant Neal finds Jacoby McRoberts. Nice weave underneath. There's Jack Fisher from 17, and the Mustangs on the board.
Fisher, very calm and collected, knocks down that opener. First team to get blood, so to speak.
Jack Fisher, an outstanding senior season, well on his way to all 8th region honors. Green will shadow it in the corners. McRoberts comes over to help. Abram Steinbruner working opposite Grant Neal. There's Nava, did not get the roll in North Oldham with a rebound.
So Oldham challenged twice inside, comes up both times empty.
Grant Neal off the mark, and the Mustangs misfire. As the Colonels parade into forecourt, that's number 10, Max Green. Green hesitates for a three. It's partially blocked as Grant Neal came over to steal it, and Green with the steal for Oldham, and he is fouled, and the Colonels will head to the foul line. Gary Max not giving up on that play with a steal.
No, excellent. You know, a lot of times kids will lose the ball, and they'll drop their head for a second, but Green immediately turned around and restole.
So many outstanding parts to Max's game. Free throws notwithstanding, he shoots them at 84%.
Watching right now to see how North plays him. Right now it's been straight man-to-man, but they're changing bodies on him. Oldham 2-2-1 full court trying to pick, but this is what North does well.
And Steinbruner lost the rebound. He was undercut by McRoberts, but Oldham able to come out with it as 10 Max Green heaves a deep one, and it swirls out. And Fisher, strong with the ball, brings it across for North.
Fisher's like that Swiss Army knife, just tell him what position you want him to play.
There he goes as Fisher pauses, skips it back. Grant Neal as Cam Roush will shadow him. Jacoby McRoberts.
Oldham in the matchup zone.
Neal shot a little bit short. He's 0 for his first two, but he's got the steal. And the basket good for North Oldham. Grant Neal with his first field goal on a 4-2 North Oldham beginning as Max Green weaving his way for a basket. North Oldham foul underneath. It's on Ryan Howard as Max Green with all 4 of Oldham's points.
Well, the problem with what Howard was, the idea was right, but he set up way too far in the hole. You got to give the offensive player room to come down, and that's what caught him the foul. 2-2-1 by Oldham. Once again, North showing last time they want to get and go.
There's Jacoby McRoberts in the corner. Ryan Howard, Fisher the trailer. Fisher accelerates. That shot changed by Nava, and Steinbruner lassos it underneath for the Colonels. There's Green. And now Fisher will draw the defensive assignment as Green swirls left and initiates another Mustang foul.
Well, Green right now doing a great job penetrating and looking for his teammates.
Or did they call an Oldham foul? I beg your pardon.
Interesting.
So a Colonel foul as North Oldham will possess the ball. As McRoberts into forecourt, that is Neal, and he's got it.
Neal might be one of the more overlooked players throughout this state, but I guarantee you a lot of people in the 6th, 7th, and 8th region know who he is.
42% three-point marksman. Neal on the board.
Very athletic family. His sister, their all-time leading girls scorer.
Riley Neal, and great double team, and there's Jacoby McRoberts called for the block as they double team Green.
Well, they're looking for Green to spin dribble, and when he does, they bring that weak side defender to try to clamp him down. The foul went against the defense then, but close to Green because he puts that arm bar up. So they'll look to turn him and double him, constantly rotating fresh players on him.
It's the 4th team foul this quarter on North already with 3:31 in the period. Steinbruner elevates from 15, and it's off to the left. Nava tried to dig it out, and there's Fisher. Strong arming the North Oldham loose ball. Neal underneath. Ryan Howard, 13, has it. Seal baseline. It's Brooks Cargold. It's checked in directly underneath us, number 11 for North. Finds Neal in the lane. Up and off. Follow. And that's Markham with it for Oldham, and he looks like he's grimacing coming up the floor.
Well, Markham, we said before, he's having some back issues.
Max Green has got the roll, and he's got all 7 for Oldham.
Well, Green with a shooter's roll, nice soft touch.
Now Fisher inside the lane, and Jack's got 2 more. Fisher with 4. North Oldham leading 9-7. 5.5 minutes deep. This has been a high effort, well played first quarter. Green heaves one. And the rebound scooped up by Ryan Howard, the ex-Philly, with 2:23 left in the quarter. Howard around to Cargold, pushes it up, off. And Howard, the loose ball for North. Now Sanders veers left. Howard flips it up. He's missed 2 from that same proximity. And Fisher to the glass for North.
Well, Fisher plays a lot bigger than he is.
Cargold has it swirl out, and it's going to be a foul underneath. Looked like an Oldham County foul in pursuit of that rebound. It's on Abram Steinbruner, second team Colonel foul of the quarter.
Chris, I think Steinbruner is really going to have to step up tonight, and help Green out, with scoring from the outside. He's shown to have a good jump shot. There's times he kind of fades away and you don't know he's out there, but he needs to step up tonight.
Neal weaving his way inside the lane, and it trickles home.
Neal with the Euro step finishes solid.
Grant now with 7. He's got 7. Jack Fisher with 4 for North. They lead by 4. Max Green has all 7 of Oldham's points, and that one's off the mark. There's Fisher from Neal. Jack drives, and Jack scores.
Well, right now, Jack Fisher's kind of taken over on the offensive end for the Mustangs. Once again, the Mustang straight man switching on Green.
Their passing in the half court is fun to watch. Here's Steinbruner. Lofts it to Nava. Nice return to Green, and it's bobbled out, deflected off of Grant Neal as Oldham brings on a pair of reserves. Nolan Lecce, 6-foot sophomore, and fellow classmate 5'10", second-year player Will Hinkle.
So they give up a little size with this, but now he's in his rotation.
Now Green inside the arc. Steinbruner, fall away shot. And really, Gary, he's that second score that Oldham needs.
He's the guy that really has to step up and make some shots tonight.
Fisher fumbled it off his leg, loose ball. And the held ball, the arrow, going to favor North Oldham. So Beverly Smith, the official, the daughter of former U of L Bozak Smith. And North Oldham in the half court. And that's going to go 2 more for Neal.
Well, Neal puts that arm out there, and if you're a good defensive player, you may be able to bait him into it.
Stolen away, Gray Schmidl for 2 more.
Schmidl, one of those subs off the bench.
17-7 North Oldham.
This thing has kind of gotten out there pretty quick.
There's Green, baseline, spinning, and Neal's got a handle on it with 8. Mustangs with numbers. Neal lofts it off, cleaned up for 2 more.
Right now they're just physically beating them to the ball.
Green from half court, and North Oldham a great run to close the end of the first quarter. They lead 19-7. More coverage on the other side from Glyca.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
(19-7) as we welcome you back. North Oldham, a sizzling spurt to close that first quarter.
Well, it's been a fact that North is plain old out physicaled, if you will, OC this first quarter.
Max with all 7 of Oldham's points. Nava stuffs it in.
Excellent pass by Green from Nava in on the block. Is one of the things we talked about early. Oldham is going to have to benefit from their size differential. And up until now, they really haven't. Oldham 2-2-1.
Here comes Schmidl. He intercepted a pass that led to a layup for North in the first quarter. As Fisher floats it in the corner, and that's going to swirl out from Gray Schmidl. And Oldham with a rebound. That's Nolan Lecce. And a 19-9 Mustang lead. North winners of 11 in succession. And a foul up top whistled on Grant Neal.
Well, they're going to put an arm on him every time he has the ball. So a lot of it will be how well the officials want to call that. You know, if they think that it's advantageous to North, they'll make the call. If not, they'll play it.
Mustangs have not lost since December 22nd versus Mail in the King of the Bluegrass tournament. They also lost a 2-point game to top 30 national team Great Crossing. And that's been it for the Mustangs. They've won 19 others. Hinkle feeds the post, funnels it into Nava, and he'll steer it in.
Well, once again, OC doing a good job getting the ball into the post.
Nava with 4. Perhaps he's that second Oldham score tonight. Neal shot short, and there's Green elevating for the rebound for the Colonels as Max brings it across. Nava baseline. That's floated up and in for Will Hinkle.
Well, Hinkle comes off the bench and drops a tray to bring this to a 5-point game.
Well, he's a 48% three-point shooter. He's had success out there, and there's a steal from Lecce. And Lecce in for a quick run.
Well, a game of runs.
So the Colonels with 9 straight. And a 19-16 North lead as Jack Fisher steers in. Grant Neal uncorks one. Bingo!
Well, Neal pretty solid. You give him that much time.
Got a North Oldham timeout. We will step aside. 30-second break. Great one here on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
(22-16) North Oldham by 6. Grant Neal, Gary off to a very hot start with 12 points.
Well, as I mentioned earlier, I just think Neal's one of those kids a lot of people out in the state don't know about. But one of the things I've noticed tonight, he's really done a good job bumping his body up. Nava once again down on the block, scores.
Luis Nava's got 3 field goals inside the lane. Is the lead reduced to 4?
So you do that, you take some of the pressure off of Green, having to think he has to score all the time. But they're still going to have to get more, out of their other players. Steinbrenner is going to have to give them some contribution. And once again, the same way with Markham.
Well, Neal, just a hard-earned basket through contact. 24-18 Mustangs. Max Green puts the break, finds Lecce, high left, and Will Hinkle sets his sights on a 3, and he's got another. Gary, he passes the eye test coming in off the bench, and a foul on Hinkle.
Well, what he is, he's instant offense. It doesn't bother him a bit. And I kind of wondered if he might have forced that one into the defense, but didn't seem to bother him. Now, if they can get Steinbrenner and Markham rolling a little bit, it helps. But I'm going to tell you, North does a great job seeing their teammates.
Now Fisher working against his opposite number, Luis Nava. And Fisher will shuffle.
Yeah, Nava didn't go for the fake, and Fisher had killed his dribble. And the last place you want to do that's in the paint.
Colonels trailed by 12 after one. They've cut their way and fought their way back to within a possession as Nava finds Hinkle. And Hinkle to the basket for 2 more.
Instant offense.
Hinkle with 8 points in this quarter. As Fisher back outside to Neal. He heaves one. And Max corralling the Oldham rebound. And right through Steinbruner. And perhaps an overrule. It's deflected off of North, I believe. And it's going to stay Oldham.
Interesting. The lead official out on the sideline, I thought had the best angle, made the call to North, and the baseline official came out and overruled her. You don't see that very often.
Under 4 minutes now in this very entertaining first half. Green baseline. And Nava back to Max. There's the return, and Nava tried to stuff it. And a whistle underneath. I believe a North foul as David Levitch protest.
What's one thing about Nava? If he's around the basket, he's not going to soft one up there. We saw that against South Oldham where he actually missed 2 dunks and went up and hit the guide wire.
Got a sub coming in. And not a lot of finesse, as you mentioned, to Luis's game, Gary.
No, but that's okay. He knows his limitations and stays within them.
Colonel's looking for the lead here. Nava on the inbound. Back to Green. Nava again. Got it! And there's the Oldham lead.
Well, and there's what Green does to make his teammates better. He drew the defense and hit Nava for the basket inside.
That's Brooks Cargold kniving his way in as Howard draws some heavy attention. Cargold steps into a 3. Neal off. Sanders with it for North Oldham.
Tell you what, no place for the weak-hearted right now.
And that's Neal's offhand, his right hand for 2, and an Oldham timeout. As the Colonels pause for 30, we'll keep things here as the basket goes in what is a 1-point North Oldham lead. Well, they've expanded it to a full. So back in 30 seconds right after this.
Flycon on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Flycon.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
With Gary Forrest, I'm Chris LeBar alongside our producer tonight, Steve Bird. Welcome back to Buckner. North Oldham by a point with 3:05 in this first half, Gary.
Well, a little bit surprising. I think a lot of people came to see the Max Green show tonight, but, it's been the guys off the bench and maybe a few starters that people don't know that have really carried the torch. Green's done a good job of being the setup man and drawing attention.
Will Hinkle been a key part of this comeback for Oldham. 8 points in the quarter on 2 made threes. There's a Colonel 3 attempt. That's going to be just a tad short.
Well, that always concerns me. A guy right into the game jacks up a 3. That's probably one of the hardest shots to make.
It's Jeremy Harmon that was off the mark, and North tries to respond. That's long from Ryan Howard, and Steinbruner digs it out for Oldham. Hinkle, Nava underneath, and a North Oldham foul per official Beverly Smith. It's on Ryan Howard. Team third as North Oldham will watch Luis Nava to the foul line for 2. And Gary, we talked about the improvement from Jack Fisher last year. How about Luis Nava, really a JV player last year?
Oh, very much so. Hardly ever saw any minutes, but, we talked about early keys to the game for Oldham to establish some inside play. And Nava's brought that to them here when they desperately needed it after getting in the hole early.
Nava with 8 points on the season, only a 75% free throw shooter. So Nava trying to tie this thing up late in the first half. And the make will enable Oldham to pick up full court.
Oldham 2-2-1. North, as we saw last week against South Oldham, didn't have any problem breaking. They've got excellent ball handlers who make good decisions.
There's a three from Cargold. His shot's astray. And the rebound secured by Ryan Sanders. And North with another opportunity as Neal floats it up. And it just does pop out. And Cameron Roush grabs the rebound for Oldham as they seek the lead again. They've had the lead once in this half. Rankin from Steinbruner. Rankin steps into it, and he's got it. Excuse me, that's Harmon.
Well, now Harmon's 1 for 2, so maybe he's loosened up a little bit.
So Jeremy Harmon, he's trying threes from both corners. And a moving screen on North Oldham's Ryan Sanders.
One of the easiest calls in basketball because it's out front and everybody sees it. So a turnover by the illegal screen out front.
There's Harmon's three as Oldham will handle it by 3. Steinbruner. Got it!
That's what they need.
His first field goal. And the Colonels entered this quarter down 12. They now lead by 6. Jack Fisher finding Grant Neal. Back out for a Schmidl triple that's short, and Max Green collects the Oldham rebound. Nava runs the floor, and a North Oldham foul, and that's their 5th team foul, and whistled on Gray Schmidl. You certainly know that this North Oldham bunch not going to panic, but they are down 6 as David Levitch chatting with the near side official.
Well, just last week we saw them against South Oldham. Starting the 4th quarter, they were down 6 or 7, and they came back with a tremendous outburst in the 4th quarter.
I think there needs to be a campaign for David Levitch to be the coach of the year in the state of Kentucky this year.
Well, I told him before the game, I think he's, of all the games that I've seen, he's done more retooling a group and having success with it.
What a great job he's done as the free throw trickles in for Nava. He's got 10, 2 of 4 from the foul line is Luis, and the lead at 7 is North Oldham. Only 7 points in this half, and they'll cough it up as Harmon finds Roush, and Roush strong-armed the bunny as Neal in transition. And there's 2 more. It's a 4-point swing as the Colonels had a chance in tight confines to grow the lead to 9. Roush inside the lane as Harmon back out to one Cam Roush. Max Green has it. Harmon underneath to Nava. Roush cuts and puts it in. Roush's first field goal and a touchdown lead for Oldham at 10 seconds. And they turned it over on the pass.
Well, Chris, I might add, Oldham is doing all this without Henry Markham, who he said was a little iffy going into the game and hasn't played but about a minute here in the 2nd quarter.
Markham 2 seats to the left of Coach Leslie at 3 seconds. Steinbruner lost it, and that's going to take us to halftime. A 7-point Oldham County lead, 35-28 over North Oldham. Great atmosphere tonight in Buckner. More coverage on the other side of this timeout.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name's Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by the Oldham County Health Department. Find out about their array of wellness programs and services by visiting oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people, strong community.
Halftime at Buckner, Oldham County, 35, North Oldham 28. Colonels outscore North Oldham 28-9 in the second quarter, and really Will Hinkle, a big, huge step for this Colonel basketball team.
Chris, they came in with two subs, and Hinkle and Laete, and they gave them that added boost, if you will. And not only that, but they were able to get scoring out of Lewis, not just inside, took the pressure off of Green, and continued to play rugged defense. It was kind of like North gave them the first pop in the mouth. Oldham kind of withstood it after that very physical first quarter, and the second quarter was Oldham. So I've seen enough of North to know that they're not going to lay down.
Got to unofficially some individual scoring for you. Luis Nava with 10 points, Max Green 9, Will Hinkle 8, Abram Steinbrunner, Jeremy Harmon each with 3, Cameron Roush with 2 for North Oldham, Grant Neal 18, Jack Fisher 6, and Gray Schmidl with 2 as the Colonels lead 35-28, and really a great response by Josh Leslie and his team.
I really thought it would have been real easy for them to just roll over and say, up, another day, another night. But they really shot the ball well the second quarter. That brought them back. And like we mentioned earlier, they were brought back by some of the people you don't normally see leading this Oldham group. So if they can continue to do that, maybe they have a shot on this one. The big thing that stands out, Chris, both teams only 3 turnovers each the first half. For a game of this magnitude and as aggressive as it played, kind of neat to watch that. Rebound-wise, it's a push. Both teams with 12 rebounds each.
Adjustment-wise for Oldham, you certainly know that North Oldham's going to come out here. What's the Colonel message at half?
That you have to continue to play as hard and as smart as you did the second quarter. You proved you can play through that. There's no reason to change what you do. If Markham's able to go, hopefully you get some points from him. You've established a little bit of an inside game with Nava. Keep looking at him. And, you know, there's going to be a time that Green's going to get his looks. I think North's done a great job on him. And rather than force shots, he's been a really good facilitator for his teammates.
And for North Oldham, Grant Neal doing so many things. But you have to think you've got Ryan Howard. He's made 47 threes on the year. He's yet to score tonight. You have to figure he's going to have a role in this game.
Let's roll back a week. And we're hearing the same thing at the end of the third quarter. Howard had 2 points against South Oldham, and he comes out and he makes 3 straight threes. They just have so many weapons. You know, if it's not Howard, you know, you've always got to look at people like Grant Neal. And as we saw earlier, Fisham led them earlier. Guys off the bench, McRoberts, you know, and Carget, they can all shoot it as well. So, you know, they're a dangerous team.
More high school basketball coming up tomorrow. Gary will be at Eastern as the Meal Bulldogs will take on the Eastern Eagles. We'll also have Holy Cross PRP, and then Monday an intriguing matchup with DeSales versus South Oldham. Halftime here, Oldham County 35, North Oldham 28. Second half on the way back.
Supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in, like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right, Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
Let's be honest. You don't see Grandma nearly enough. Which means the dead car battery you've spent the morning dealing with has robbed her of precious grandkid time. It's unfortunate, sure. But it's not like she's going to write you out of her will or anything. Right? When you need to be there, you need an Interstate. The car battery auto techs prefer.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
And back live. Start of the second half on Glycod. Oldham County leading North Oldham 35-28. Mustangs won 11 in a row as Jack Fisher has it baseline for North. Jacoby McRoberts and Will Hinkle. Gary going to start this half, and just like that, he's got a steal for Oldham. Hinkle, a path to the basket. And a foul on Oldham County. First foul whistled on Luis Nava, so with Henry Markham out with that back injury, Will Hinkle on to start this second half.
So the Colonels lacking in size a little bit, but they go with a little offensive punch, and Hinkle gave them the first half.
McRoberts across the timeline as Howard back to Fisher, the trailer. Steinbruner able to get a hand on it for Oldham, and it's off the baseline. It will belong to North Oldham. Mustangs 19-2 coming in. Oldham County 18-5. Here's Fisher cradling possession inside the lane. Nice find underneath, and Nava with the deletion. Steinbruner, Hinkle flings it. And there's Roush cradling the backside rebound for Oldham. Now Green, Hinkle again. That one off to the right, and Roush another offensive rebound, freeing up Steinbruner. And there's a Roush rebound and a foul called on North Oldham's Ryan Sanders. Colonels with 3 opportunities on that trip.
Well, you know, Colonels right now winning the battle of the boards, and that no one would have thought that after the first quarter that North displayed physically strong and doing a good job chasing it down, but we got a long ways to go.
Well, this is a part of Roush's game that's got to improve. Only a 43% free throw shooter.
Well, he's probably even less than that in the field. You know, when you play Roush, you play him for other things rather than his offense.
Lead at 7 for Oldham. They trailed by 12 after the first quarter. And the Mustangs are too good to be given opportunities like that.
Well, you know, they just have so many weapons, and you know, I look for one of these guys that comes in off the bench. You know, when people will say, well, you know, the surprise player got hot. They go 8 deep.
Foul on Roush. Second for Oldham as Colonel's on the defensive end as Fisher will study his options, and Green will deflect it out.
Well, people don't realize, you know, Green at 6'7", got that long angular reach down there, and he gets a lot of touches.
Fisher floating it back to McRoberts.
Whoa!
He'll lean over and back, perhaps. There's Jack Fisher. The 3 up top, and he's got it! Fisher with 9, his first 3-point field goal tonight, and the lead reduced to 4. Abram Steinbruner finding Hinkle.
Going to have to get more out of Steinbruner.
Luis Nava. As Green tries to ram in a 3, and he does! Green with 12 unofficially. And the lead at 7. So both teams swap made threes. There's McRoberts, and it's blocked again by Nava.
People don't, you know, what Nava is he's a quick jumper at 6'6".
Got a foul on Nava underneath. As the loose ball scooped down by Ryan Howard of North. McRoberts inches it right, and I think Nava got a hand on that. There's Green, live ball turnover. And a foul. I think Neal perhaps obstructed the path of Green. It will be a North Oldham foul, their second foul of the quarter. So Max Green, apparently fouled in the active shooting, will have 2. And some conversation between the officials. So Max will have 1 more as the lead stays at 7. North Oldham's going to sub on Brooks Cargold as he enters your screen.
Cargill, a dangerous shooter, and he's a streaky shooter. You know, had 4 threes against against South Oldham last week.
He's made 36 trays on the year as Cargold, and Green tacks on another free throw. He's got 13 unofficially in the lead at 8.
Well, Oldham missed 3 free throws already this quarter. For them to win, they're going to have to make all those freebies.
Fisher inside the lane. Cargold short on that. Fisher's got the rebound. Back to Grant Neal. Foul line Jay. Nava gathers for Oldham. Behind the back pass from Green. To Steinbruner around the horn. Will Hinkle.
Not giving Hinkle the room they gave him the first half.
Luis Nava drawing some heavy attention, and Fisher played off of him and then got the steal.
Nava be better to turn, make the move. You know, dribbling was an uncertainty, and all it did was like chum in the water for sharks.
There's a Howard 3, and it's good. And a North Oldham timeout as Howard connects on 3, and we're back in 30 seconds from Glycod.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Five-point ball game as we welcome you back to Buckner, Oldham County, and North Oldham, 2 8th region powers. North Oldham will win. They will secure the top seed in the 29th district tournament. With a loss, all 3 county teams will be 1-1, and then get out your calculators. Green, a 3. Got it! Jack Fisher flipping it up. It's astray. And Fisher is going to get the loose ball as Sanders got a hand on it for North. Fisher climbing through contact. That won't go in, and there's a rebound vacuumed in by Steinbruner. Green, long as Hinkle in for the rebound. Green tries again. And it's off of Green as he followed his shot and then touched it last out of play.
Well, he got 2 good looks at it. You know, his teammates found him. The best time to shoot that 3 is on that missed offensive rebound, and he got good looks, didn't fall.
There's Brooks Cargold into forecourt for North Oldham. As again, the Mustangs led by 12 after the first. Fisher hesitated and then drains a triple.
Hardest shot in basketball to make. Hesitated, wasn't sure, but went ahead and shot it.
Fisher with 12-6 in this quarter, and Green backpedaling and guiding it in. Seven-point Oldham lead. There's Fisher. What's he going to do with it? Flips it again. Got it to go again.
Well, right now, Fisher leading the barrage for North.
He's got 5 out of the timeout, and that's the size of the Oldham lead. Under 3 in the third is Green. Carving space, and he short-armed it in traffic, and then it's lost out of bounds off of North Oldham's Jack Fisher.
So Green trying a little bit of everything, the up and under, the pull through. One out of his last 4 shots.
Got a timeout on the floor. Colonels pause play. We'll step aside. A great one tonight in Buckner, and we're back after this.
Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Colonels pause play, and they lead by 5, 2:48 in the third quarter as we welcome you back to a filled house tonight at Oldham County High School.
Great high school basketball atmosphere.
This game been circled on the calendars for quite a while now. The original postponed due to snow about 2 weeks ago. This the makeup date, and just an outstanding event for both these fine high schools.
Let's see if we got a set play here off this timeout.
Colonels inbound. It's back out to Green. Steinbruner heaves a 3. Swish!
That's the guy. I really think he's going to be the difference.
He's got 2 big threes in this quarter. 8-point Oldham lead. And the ball fumbled out of there by Ryan Howard, and Oldham comes out with it looking for a 10-point lead. Green just inside a half court!
That's what you call the juices flowing. You know, that was about 35 feet.
11-point Oldham lead, so they've made back-to-back threes out of the Colonel timeout. Fisher with the answer.
Fisher has really put this thing on his shoulders right now.
Fisher's got 7 quick ones as the lead back to 9. And a foul up top. It's on North Oldham's Brooks Cargold. It will be their 3rd foul of the quarter. We take a look at this 3 by Green. Well, we're not going to get that, I beg your pardon, but it will be an Oldham possession.
Well, he pretty much shot it from the O there at half court.
Now Green. Boy, he's got a move or two, does he not? No, he's wide open again for a 3. Yep. How do you leave him alone out there, Gary?
Well, yeah, he's doing this against a very good defensive team play.
Neal inside the lane, and it stays in. Back to Tim.
I look to see him, maybe in the fourth quarter, run that second player at him and make him give it up.
Fisher with a theft and steal. This is an important minute in this quarter for North, and Neal puts it in.
Well, I saw the same thing last week against South.
We're going to have a North Oldham, Gary, North Oldham timeout, it looks like. Nope, a bench warning.
Okay.
So David Levitch issued a warning after the made basket. And now the officials
got subs in right now for Oldham. Harmon in. Of course, we know the last time he came in, as soon as he touched it, one went up from the corner. Got to remember time and situations.
Harmon did make a 3 in that quarter as well as the lead at 8 for Oldham.
So Hinkle getting a rest, and he needs it. I mean, they wore on him this quarter.
Now Green. There's the double and the 4th foul for North. It's on Gray Schmidl.
See, I really think, they've got a lot of tools in their box to do things. I think they're going to run at him and particularly if they get him to spin dribble. He's not near as weary as he was against South Oldham when they kept doing him most of the game.
And we'll see what Oldham chooses to do with remnants in this third quarter. And that's what they're going to do, and Green's got another.
Well, he liked the switch.
24 left in the third. Neal. And an and one for the response.
Well, he got the old-fashioned three that way.
Well, and that official, he's prone to call the continuation, Gary. He's done it at both ends.
Yep. Well, you know, you learn the idiosyncrasies that officials have, and you kind of instruct your kids to play towards them. See if the Colonels go for one here at the end of the quarter. And let's see how North attacks Green once again. I look for, run something for Steinbrunner.
As Green cradling it under 10. Steinbrunner weaving back to Max at 4. Max evading pressure, showing it all. Ooh, unbelievable. We'll let the crowd take you to the fourth.
Well,
for more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Max Green bearing a 3 to close the third, and the lead now at 11 for Oldham County, Gary.
Well, let's run back a week ago. We saw the same scenario down at North, with North trailing a good South Oldham team, and they put up 30 on the fourth quarter against South. So Oldham ball out of bounds.
Oldham County outscoring North Oldham 24-17 in the third, and they now lead by 11. As Green, boy, he thought about another from out there. And Max has the return, working on Fisher.
Well, what he gets is he gets a good arm chuck from Fisher right off the bat. They're not trying to stall. They're just trying to get Green on the switch that he likes.
Nearly got that one to go, and Nava overzealous over the top, and the foul on Oldham County.
Green can get those juices flowing a little bit, and he just needs to calm down a little bit. And as far as North, they're just going to continue to play their way, and don't count them out.
Neal and Fisher doing much of the scoring for North tonight, as Neal from Fisher. Green inside the lane, and a velvet touch off the window. Lead at single figures as we near the 7-minute mark. Steinbrunner around the bend, and number 3, Nolan Lecce. Jerome Harmon, rather a Jeremy Harmon off the mark from 3. And North Oldham with a rebound. Neal with the shove, no call, and it's off to the left for North.
Yeah, rebounding is really starting to show now in North's favor. You know, unfortunately, Luis for Oldham is really the guys having to handle all of it.
Fisher lost it, and a held ball. The arrow in favor, actually, of North Oldham.
Yep.
So it's going to be Mustang ball.
Yeah, Oldham ball start the quarter, So
6:24 left, 3-possession game. Again, North Oldham winners of 11 in succession. Last loss versus Mail and the King of the Bluegrass, December 22.
Good segue for tomorrow night's game, Mail versus Eastern.
Yeah, Gary will have it with John Baldridge tomorrow night at Eastern High School right here on Glycod. Now Fisher around. There's a three from Gray Schmidl, and it's in, and a North Oldham
Here
timeout.
they come.
So a Mustang timeout and a Mustang 3 and a 30-second break from Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Gray Schmidl connecting on a big three-point field goal. The lead now reduced to 6 as North Oldham working their way back.
Well, Schmidl didn't blink an eye. We saw this same act a week ago against South. I keep being repetitive, but, North playing very calm, cool. They've been in this scenario before, and, it's not just the starting 5.
You've talked about some of the reserves. We've also got Brooks Cargold, a dynamic performer, although scoreless tonight. He averages 9 on the year.
Yeah, but, I saw him make 4 threes last week, so ever dangerous.
6 minutes left, Oldham by 6. There's Max Green working opposite Fisher, and that ball's propelled out of bounds, and it's going to belong to North Oldham.
Well, if they continue to allow Fisher to use the arm bar on Green, he's going to wear him down. He gets that first chuck in, and that's an advantage to the defense. But Fisher's smart. He's gotten away with it.
There's a deep one short from Schmidl. And a long rebound out of bounds to Oldham.
There's those competitive juices flowing in Schmidl. That one was deep.
Well, Schmidl, one of the Oldham County area's top football receivers, 900 receiving yards this year for the North Oldham football
Look on the
group.
block. Got a battle on the block.
Lecce veering left. Nice grab by Green. And Harmon inside the lane. It crawls short, but he got the loose ball. Steinbruner a 3.
No rotation on the ball.
And North Oldham, a basket here, could make it only a one-trip game with a 3. Find underneath, and Green pokes it out for Oldham. Here comes Harmon back to Nava.
Long time Nava C, but that one there works for me.
8-point game. There's Fisher. There's a Howard triple and a much-needed North Oldham bucket.
Just when you wonder where Howard is.
What a great ball game. 5-point Oldham County lead.
They're going to have to go to something besides the high screen for Green.
Harmon.
No one under.
Steinbruner able to gather it for the Colonels as they'll recycle. There's Nala. Over to Max Green. Max Green angling left.
Thing I like about Nava, he doesn't force things. If he doesn't have it, he fans it out quickly.
Just over 4 minutes in the fourth. Oldham looking for win number 19 on the year. Green inside the lane. Nava stuffs it. Back to 7. Fisher. Neal arcs it.
Got a little shove, got away with it.
North with the loose ball is Schmidl finding Howard up top. See what Fisher opts to do.
Whoa, took a little baby step out there.
Howard short and a big stand there for the Oldham defense.
Very much so.
Max Green patiently, tepidly across the line. Here's Green drawing some heavy attention. Lecce spinning left. Now we slide under 3 minutes. Hard contested catch by Steinbruner, and Neal called for North Oldham's first foul of this fourth quarter.
Wonder if he'll go back with, well, I was just wondering if he would go back with Hinkle, and here he comes.
Well, and Oldham on that trip able to expire about 30 seconds off the clock.
Yep.
With 2:57 on the timer.
I'd like to see them use the clock a little bit more on their behalf. Now here comes the double on Green.
Roush over to Hinkle, around to Green. Green finding Nava foul line. There's number 10, Max Green, arcing a three, a little bit off. And a hard-fought rebound scooped up by Brooks Cargold of North Oldham. There's Cargold. Back out to the trailer, Neal. And the Mustangs badly needed that one. Long rebound to Green. Green up. Nava over the top, called for Oldham County's second foul of this quarter. Fourth foul of the game on Luis. And North Oldham to inbound is Nava over the top. Still a three-possession game. There's Fisher in the corner. Little short. And Oldham County trying to hang on.
Let that clock be your friend.
Nava around to Green, and that ball's going to ricochet right off of Green in front of the Colonel bench. Out of bounds.
Tell you, Jack Fisher standing in front of us and hands on hips. You know, he's had a hands full tonight, but what a great game he's played. But looks like his shot maybe is showing it a little bit. That last one he took from the corner, he's short-armed. The guy you got to watch is Howard, and obviously
Howard with a great ball fake, and he used the left hand, and North Oldham's going to call timeout. We'll keep things here in a much-needed basket for North Oldham, a 5-point Oldham lead. Here's the preceding play. Take a look at the turnover as that ball ricocheted off of Green.
Well, your spacing wasn't good. And what you want to do is you don't want to bring the ball into the trap area, and that's exactly what they did. You know, because they can use the sideline as the extra defender. Look for him to continue to double Green, force it out of his hands.
Well, we told you about the significance of this game. The district standings, North Oldham at 1-0, South at 1-1, the Colonels at 0-1. It's important because the top seed will automatically play in the 8th region tournament, with seeds 2 and 3 to play a do-or-die semifinal game on this floor as Oldham County the host site for the district tournament.
Well, the magic number we mentioned earlier is 8 or 9. If Oldham wins by 8 or 9, they get the 1 seed. But anything less than that, North gets the tiebreaker.
And it really doesn't matter who the 2 and the 3 seed are, because they're going to play regardless of seeding.
Yeah, you want the 1 seed is what you want.
We've only got a 5-point game. And Oldham length of the floor, and Grace Schmidl bumping.
Max Green's grandfather down here up doing some coaching behind the bench. Nuez knows one thing. It's not his job to go down there.
It's got to bring back some memories for you, Gary. Here's the double team, and Lecce fumbled that ball out of bounds, and it's North Oldham possession.
Well, great switch on behalf of North. They called the timeout to set up the press, and they got it to anyone other than Green.
Ryan Howard checks in for North. Schmidl shuttles out.
What you don't want to do is just what Lecce did. You don't want to dribble and reverse your dribble because you're calling for the immediate defensive trap.
And here comes Fisher for North. 2 possession game, ample time left as Jack Fisher around a screen, elbow J, short again.
Yep, he's expended so much energy tonight. His shot's starting to affect it.
And Fisher fouls. That's not the worst thing for North. It's only their 3rd team foul. Is that the play there on the offensive end for North, or should they be driving the ball?
They have confidence in their shooting ability. I just think for Fisher, he's got to realize his stroke is a little short. Here comes the double on Green. Getting the ball back to Green now is the key.
And Neal intercepts it from Nava. And we have an intentional foul, Gary, coming up the floor on Oldham County.
Well,
let's take a look. If we can, as we dial this up, is the intentional foul coming up the floor.
Green gets him from behind. That's a frustration, because they're not in the bonus.
Underscore that call with 1:13.
You could have a possible 5-point swing here.
So North Oldham's going to get possession as well.
Yes.
And Neal calmly swishes both free throws. 1:13 in regulation, dare we say.
Well, let's talk about those missed free throws. Oldham, 1 for 3.
Neal looking for the tie.
Oh.
Steinbruner for Oldham.
Here comes the double, triple.
Up to Lecce and Neal with the 4th North Oldham foul. So one more possession before Oldham shoots free throws. North Oldham still 1 timeout remaining. Oldham with 3 timeouts. The arrow in favor of the Colonels.
Interesting. They go Harmon for the big one.
Green in backcourt over Steinbruner. Hinkle.
Oh my goodness.
Long.
What a horrible shot.
And Howard out with it for North. There's a 3 for the tie. Off from Schmidl, and Fisher fouled. They still grab the North Oldham rebound.
The problem is you don't have any size in there now. He's taking Nuez out.
4th team foul.
Well, Hinkle's got to realize time and situation. You don't need that shot at that time. You get that shot anytime.
So Jack Fisher for a pair. Mustangs have made their last 3 free throws as Fisher, 69% foul shooter, but throw that one out the window. 37.9 left.
Both teams will be in the bonus on next fouls.
Got 2 to trickle home.
Well,
and a foul on North, so Oldham's going to shoot 2 free throws. And the question is, who's going to shoot them?
I think Hinkle was the one that was fouled.
Second foul on Jack Fisher. Well, it's Max Green that's stepping at the line, but that may not be the case. Okay, so it will be Green. A lot of subs come on. Grant Neal in for North. Hinkle out from the Colonels as Green trying to make it a 3-point ball game. And the Colonels are going to keep it here as Oldham calls timeout. Got a 3-point game. North Oldham will have the ball. Gary, walk us through the mentality in both huddles. First for Oldham County.
Well, if you're Oldham County, you want to get back, you want to play solid defense. The threes that were dropping for North early aren't dropping as much because they just spent a lot of energies. But you certainly don't want to give those open threes. If you're North at the same time, you don't want Oldham to get the ball and are able to take it down the last second shot. If I'm North, I'm going to immediately foul as soon as certain players get the ball. And the one I look at is number 1, Cameron. Doesn't shoot the ball well statistically, so they may go to that. I'm not going to let Green beat me if I'm North.
So again, North Oldham will have possession, and you've got enough time. You certainly don't need a 3 here.
Well, you got 3 shooters out there.
Fisher trying to attack. Carves room for the basket. And an Oldham timeout. 30-second Colonel. Stop both teams now with 1 timeout. As Fisher's basket will extend this game. So now it's Oldham possession, and again the next North Oldham foul will certainly put Oldham at the line for 2 free throws.
22 seconds, a long time. It gives you time to pick and choose who you want to foul, where they have the ball and such. Once again, Roush is probably one of those ones. Nuance is probably one of those ones because, statistically, free throw shooting, they haven't been in this before. You don't obviously want to put Green on the line. If you're Oldham, you want the ball in Green's hands, so you're going to trap it out. Full court pressure.
Nolan Lecce will inbound. There's Green double teamed. And that ball is loose on the floor. North Oldham out with it, and it's stolen away. Will Hinkle steals it, and North fouls him with 12.1 left. Ryan Sanders with the foul, and that scrum. 1 turnover by each team.
Wasted opportunities by both teams. Green gives it up, and then under the basket, North gives it up.
Will Hinkle for 2.
Well, Oldham missing golden opportunities at the free throw line.
And North Oldham, 1 timeout left, can win it here.
Well, look for Fisher to drive and kick.
And that ball loose and a held ball. The arrow, Oldham County. The Colonels with the arrow as they stifle Fisher at the rim.
Well, good job. It looked like that was Luis Nuez with the block. But they got to get it inbounds.
So Luis Nava with a block. 4.3 left as North Oldham makes a quick sub. Steinbruner to inbound, finds Lecce, and 1.1 expires as Oldham will now march back to the free throw line.
Well, we mentioned earlier, Oldham's had the opportunities at the free throw line. That better for you?
So Nolan Lecce, scoreless tonight. 2 big free throws. David Levitch over chatting with the official just out of your camera shot. Both teams 1 timeout left. Two-point game, and a timeout is called. Mustang timeout. So we'll keep things here. 2-point game, 3.2 left. North will have to traverse the length of the floor.
Remember the rule. A pass is quicker than a dribble. You can look for maybe North to try to make the inbounds pass down the sideline and run a screener from one corner through a baseline screen out the other.
Well, certainly David Levitch very confident in whatever he's going to call. The calmness on that sideline.
Well, you know, a lot of times, Chris, in practice, a lot of times what you'll do is you'll run these set plays under 4 seconds to see what you can do. And the emphasis always is, you know, it's a miracle shot if you dribble, get the half and sling it. You know, a pass is quicker than a dribble. So you got your guy that throws the long pass, 21. He's a designated passer.
Josh Leslie, he had 1 timeout left, and he's going to use it for Oldham.
Well, I don't think North ran it the way that David drew it up. So that probably gives them a break, because I saw 2 players kind of animated in discussions about what was supposed to happen. So we'll see if 21 is the inbounds man again.
If you're North, Gary, who do you want to take this shot?
Oh, I think if you can at all, you know, it's either going to be Neal or probably Howard.
Don't discount Fisher.
I just think Fisher is so tired right now.
So North will inbound. It's Ryan Sanders.
See, and it was Neal who was on Sanders about, so they changed their set now.
Here we go. There's Fisher to win this game. And Oldham County survives.
First team to 60 wins.
Fisher tried to win it at the horn. As we take another look at the inbound play for North Oldham.
Well, as we mentioned, you know, the dribble's a hard thing to do. And, you know, Fisher was smart. He tried to bait the guy into the foul.
66-64, Oldham County. A 2-point win over North Oldham tonight in Buckner. Step aside, more coverage right after this.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Are you up to date on your vaccinations? Vaccines help fight infections and protect your community. When you get vaccinated, your immune system will remember the vaccine and attack the germ if it ever invades your body. Physicians suggest following the recommended vaccination schedule to provide yourself with the best protection against 14 serious diseases. The Oldham County Health Department reminds you to stay up to date on your vaccines. For more information, visit oldhamcountyhealthdepartment.org. Healthy people build a strong community.
Winter officially begins Thursday, December 21st, but the cold will be here long before that. Are you ready? Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a 12-point HVAC checkup. Schedule now and it's only $99 for new customers. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Crestwood State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oldham County a winner tonight over North Oldham. 66-64. This game had a little bit of everything, Gary.
Very much so, and as we mentioned at halftime, you know, if you weren't here, we hope you were tuning in to Glycod because you certainly got your money's worth, whether you're here at home or wherever. You know, what a great high school game.
Colonels began this game trailing by North Oldham after one 19-7. Colonels dominated quarters 2 and 3, and as close as North Oldham came in the second half, they could never get over the hump.
No, they really couldn't, and, you know, as we mentioned from time to time, I really thought that North looked a little like they were running on fumes toward the end. You know, Fisher was one of the ones we talked about. And, you know, he plays so hard. You know, the shot's always going to be affected. And, you know, Oldham's woes at the free throw line came close to catching them, but give Leite credit. At least he made one of the two.
So the Colonels win. They break North Oldham's 11-game win string. Mustangs fall to 19-3. Oldham improves to 19-5. Leslie Gilly of State Farm proud to sponsor tonight's Most Outstanding Players. We'll have that for you when we come back. We'll also update the district standings, so all games now complete inside the regular season portion of the district, and we'll have the final standings and the important look ahead to the district tournament. That and much, much more when we come back to Buckner on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
For dependable, friendly heating, cooling, electric, and plumbing service, it's Kinzer & Kinzer at 200 East Jefferson Street in LaGrange. Locally owned and operated since 1983. Call 502-222-0497.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Proud supporters of Oldham County High School's athletics. Robin Lawson and Financial Solutions Incorporated have been recognized over a dozen times as Oldham County's best financial planner. Robin and his team provide individuals and small businesses the tools needed to achieve their financial goals, because they care not just about the result, but also the process. Visit their office in LaGrange at 309 West Jefferson Street, or learn more online at oldhamfinancial.com. Financial Solutions Incorporated. Clarity for your financial future.
You're watching Oldham County High Schools basketball from Glycod.
Back live at Oldham County High School. Colonels defeat North Oldham tonight 66-64. Will update the district standings. And Gary, despite the loss, North Oldham still the number one seed in the district tournament.
Well, one of the things we talked about, that if Oldham were to win, all teams will have beaten one another, and then it came down to the point differential, and it was an 8-point that if Oldham were going to have to win, they were going to have to win by 9. And even though North lost because of their big win over South last week, in which they scored 30 points in the fourth quarter, those points came in handy because it allowed them to be successful in winning the district title, so to speak. So it'll be Oldham versus South, round 2, this time at OC.
So that should certainly be interesting coming up in just over 3 weeks. Again, congratulations, North Oldham, district regular season champs, at least the number one seed in the tournament. And a great win tonight for Oldham County as the Colonels, Gary, just found a way to win despite some missed free throws, but really a great team effort by OC.
Well, you know, it goes back to that first quarter. A lot of people would have thought they were done for the night. You know, they got off to that start. North, really played well and set the tone. And, Oldham comes back with a big second quarter to retake the lead at halftime and never relinquished it, even though it got close.
Tonight's Most Outstanding Player is presented by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly. For a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, contact Leslie at 502-384-6184. And really some great efforts by a lot of players tonight, but hard to fault two guys that score plus 30.
Very much so. In a game of this magnitude, a lot of times, sometimes it's overwrought, overplayed, but I thought both of them stepped up, played well, as most people expected them to, and both teams played well.
Grant Neal, 31 for North Oldham. He's our most outstanding player for the Mustangs. Max Green with 30. And, Gary, you talk about some of the swings in this game. You go back to that second quarter, and Will Hinkle, 8 points, providing some punch to get Oldham back in the game.
Yeah, in the first half, he's everybody's friend. In the second half, he couldn't buy a shot and then missed 2 big free throws. But, enough said. They all had their moments.
What are your parting thoughts on both these teams moving into the postseason?
Well, I just think North is still the team that's solid. They're physically strong. they're one thing that you don't see a lot of high school teams nowadays. They will get after you defensively, and they're still, to me, the team to beat in the 8th region. Oldham played well, got the win, and did it. We sometimes tend to forget, without one of their starting post players. So, both teams, Oldham continues to get better, yet I think North still, we say this after they just lost to them, probably the pick.
Well, and you look at South Oldham, certainly the way they factor in, the way they shoot the three, a wild card, if you will.
On a given night. And, you don't want to forget. Oldham's got to turn that around and go play Simon Kenton tomorrow night. And that's a tough place to play. You got to get on the bus and you ride 2 hours north in Kentucky.
Speaking of tomorrow night, Glycod back on the air. Gary will have the call from Eastern as the Male Bulldogs will take on the Eastern Eagles. We'll also have Holy Cross and PRP. And then Monday, speaking of South Oldham, the Dragons will host DeSale. So that'll do it for us tonight. Thanks to the Oldham County High School Athletic Department for enabling us to stream this great doubleheader tonight. North Oldham girls win in Game 1. Oldham County boys a 2-point winner in Game 2. For producer Steve Bird, analyst Gary Forrest, and production assistant Shidro Gardestani, I'm Chris Labar. Good night from Buckner. You've been watching high school basketball on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Oldham County High School's basketball. Tonight's game was brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. Oldham County Health Department, healthy people, strong community. Kinser & Kinser, delivering clean, comfortable air. State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilly, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Oldham County Solid Waste Management featuring Waste Wizard. And by LaGrange Service Center, Mortensen Family Dental, Thompson Heating and Cooling, and Financial Solutions Incorporated.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.